everyone out there on the internet, we almost had something amazing on our hands a few years ago. You remember Pacific Rim, right? Remember how awesome it was?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the new Godzilla that came out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it.
Well, there was talk of a crossover between those two. Pacific Rim.
It can still happen.
I'm holding out hope for it, but the way Legendary is handling it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
The writing would be really hard to do.
No, honestly, I don't think so. I think well, if Guillermo del Toro was at the helm of writing it, I mean, he'd just have fun with it.
Well,
Which is what you need to do.
Well, but how are you going to get Godzilla, who's like this new established creature in a world that's never encountered kaiju before, and then have a universe where kaiju have been regularly encountered and destroyed by these giant robots?
Well, how I would do it would be that the early kaiju attacks, there were talks of kaiju fighting amongst each other, and that's how I would tie, and they'd show video evidence of the attack in San Francisco, and they could make the world continuity that happened in Godzilla way back in 2014, and then tie that into the
Oh, okay.
And then
So basically, like the legendary Godzilla would be just a prequel to Pacific Rim, I guess.
yes.
Okay.
And then you would do you'd show like footage of Godzilla.
So like Godzilla would be like the friendly, good kaiju.
Well, honestly, at first they wouldn't know how to handle it.
Right. Sure.
What I would do is I'd bring back Ken Watanabe.
Yep.
I'd bring back Ken Watanabe and have him be as kind of like a moderator.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. You just want to see them fight, don't you? I don't have to answer that question. But go ahead.
Oh, it's freaking cool. Get off my back, man.
Exactly. But honestly, I would have him come back, and I would have him be like, the only surviving person from the legendary Godzilla movie. Maybe you could if they would let Bryan Cranston live, they could have done him as well. No, they had to ruin that. They had to ruin that for us as well.
I thought they killed him off so he could go play Lex Luthor in Batman vs Superman, but that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen at all. Anyway, my thing is, if they would have done that, and say there was a kaiju warning, they detected a rift in the, and the monster was on this island. They send 2 Jaegers out to fight this thing. They get there, the monster's dead.
Right.
And they're wondering what did this. And another monster comes up, and another monster comes up, and then they realize that they've missed kaiju in the past, and this thing's been dealing with them. And so they confront it. And at first they fight. But then they both realize that hey, these kaiju are coming after all of us.
Mm-hmm.
These kaiju are coming after him, and they're coming after us. So we fight together.
Sure.
And at first it's a shaky alliance. And then they start working with Godzilla. They find that Godzilla has a way of detecting early when they're going to come through the rift. And works like that. I could see that working. What I mean, honestly, Legendary, why you gotta mess this up for us? Why you gotta ruin everything?
Well, speaking of crossovers, the rumor I heard is that this movie, Kong Skull Island, eventually they will have a crossover with Godzilla. So there will be a King Kong versus Godzilla movie.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how they're going to portray Kong in this, because I've heard different things.
And Godzilla's going to win. Just saying.
Well, of course. Well, a gigantic...
Get in line, comments section.
Well, a gigantic lizard that can breathe fire versus a very large ape, which I think King Kong, in terms of mobility, would have the advantage, because he's huge,
right?
But yet he's able to move very very well. But anyway, well, it's just like no, I'm not going to mention them. I was going to mention the dreaded C word that you hate so much. Chimpanzees.
Oh.
It's just like how mobile chimpanzees are, even though they're so much larger than humans. Same thing with gorillas.
Well, chimps aren't necessarily large. Well, most of them don't get larger than humans. Some do.
Well, I'm talking about like the bull ones, like the
right.
huge, Like ones from Planet of the Apes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Caesar and rocket size.
You get like 200 pounds is like max for like a big male chimp, I think.
Yeah, a bull male chimp. I could see. Yeah.
But still, I mean, they're
200 pounds and able to move like that.
Yeah.
And the gorillas. Don't get me started on gorillas, man. Those things are like scary fast.
Super accurate poop throwers, which is terrifying in this context. That's a lot of poo.
Winnebago-sized shit.
Could you imagine, like...
Winnebago, it's like, what's that? This guy, oh, shit! Quite literally.
Oh, man, this just got stupid.
Winnebago-sized poop.
Just do it.
Nuggets.
Just do it.
Okay. Sorry.
It's a survey job.
Oh, I started this. I'm the one that's sorry.
Just chopper them in and out.
Hey, Sam Jackson.
That guy is ageless.
He really is.
How old is he now?
68.
I mean, that's crazy. He's almost 70, and he looks like...
He looks like 40 something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like late 30s, early 40s. He must have a good workout regimen.
I guess. Or he's a vampire.
Blackula in the house. He just took down a chopper with a friggin' palm tree.
I mean, at least it wasn't poop.
John Goodman. Could you imagine if it was?
It'd be disgusting.
Especially looks over. Oh shit.
Honestly, you like let it bake out in the sun for a little bit, so it's extra hard, crusty, like a missile.
Whoa.
I'm gonna blow your head off.
This planet doesn't belong to us.
Whoa.
Ancient species owned this earth long before mankind. I spent 30 years trying to prove the truth. Monsters exist.
You don't go into someone's house unless you're picking a fight.
Whoa.
What you're looking at is a monster from some bygone era. It's trying to show that man is dead.
Man, I mean,
Big ass ape.
the scale makes me think that, I mean, he would match up with Godzilla pretty well in the new Legendary picture.
I think so too. Because I remember the scene with Ford on the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
or on the train bridge, and Godzilla comes up beside him.
Yep.
Pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big.
Well, that was...
Monsters.
At that time, he was the largest incarnation of Godzilla until the latest Toho trailer.
Yeah. Which that Godzilla looks like an undead Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to approach it, but
I don't know either.
I'll still watch it because it's Toho. But yeah, I mean, this looks cool. Obviously, there's going to be some cool action in it. I mean, not really sure how the story's going to progress because it's Kong Skull Island, which is what interests me. Because I mean, they've done the King Kong story already. I mean, fairly recently with Peter Jackson with Jack Black,
Actually, that's almost.
I say fairly recently.
Well, that's
You know.
2005. That's 12
Yeah.
years. Oh my God, I'm old.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I remember flaking off work to go watch that movie.
but it was the classic story of like they get him off the island, bring him to New York, and things get crazy.
The 1933 version just retold.
But this one, we don't know how they're going to take it because I mean, obviously they get to the island. Obviously, doesn't look like they're able to handle him.
Oh no, it's way too big.
And I would kind of like to see a King Kong story with him in his natural element.
We got a bit of that with the 1933 version
Mhm.
and with the Peter Jackson
Mhm.
version, but overall,
And honestly, you got to have a cool King Kong versus T-Rex fight at some point.
well,
I mean, that's
I think Kong's going to it's going to be versus the humans, and then of course versus some of the other naturally reoccurring predators on the island. Like maybe like the T-Rex. But okay. How much stronger is a human, or how much stronger is a like a bull silverback gorilla versus a human?
I think it's like 7 times stronger.
7 times as strong. All right. Now,
Like pound for pound, a chimp is stronger than a gorilla, but chimps are so much smaller than gorillas. I think a chimp is like 3 times stronger than a human, generally on average.
so but bull silverback gorilla, which Godzilla or not Godzilla, but Kong is a gorilla. Kong
Right.
is like a massive, like huge gorilla.
Yep.
That size versus something like Godzilla. I mean, in terms of strength and everything, I mean, it'd be formidable in
Yep.
any facet. I mean, Godzilla's got the atomic breath on his side,
Sure.
but I don't think Kong's gonna have any powers like that. Well, maybe he will fling poop and that'll clog up Godzilla's windpipe.
I don't know. It's not really explained how they're working Godzilla in this, because in traditional like Godzilla mythology or whatever, he doesn't eat or anything. He is in fact nuclear powered.
Yeah, he's powered. He's powered.
So we don't really know because he doesn't fit the definition of like a reptile at all.
No.
So it's really hard to measure strength, and honestly, biologically speaking, once you get over a certain size, mass just overcomes, anything that your bone structure can support. I mean,
This is true. This is very true. Gosh, man, I'm interested to see how this is going to progress, because you got a great cast. You got Sam Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, which I wonder if they're gonna like play the Loki, Loki and the Loki and Nick Fury moment from Avengers. It's like Ant, Boots.
yeah,
And it's like
that will be super cool to see them together in a movie that's not,
where they're not at each other's throats. Also, you got John Goodman. Let's see, who else did I see in there?
I would kind of like them to make a Hulk reference or something.
I could see that. Oh man, but Kong Skull Island comes out March next year, which that's about 5 months away, or not 5 months, but it's 8 months away. I was counting to the end of the year, so yeah, I'm interested to see where it's going to go. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be awesome? I mean, do you like where this is heading? Honestly, I'd like if Tom Hiddleston would just reveal himself as Loki, because we haven't seen him as Loki in an Avengers in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie since Thor: The Dark World.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see what they're going to do. Maybe they'll release another trailer. I think they'll release another trailer.
I would say so. But if not, I mean, it looks like it's going to have a lot of solid action in it. So
I think so as well.
probably still be enjoyable even without,
very inventive action, I'd say as well, because whenever you see a helicopter taken down by a palm tree,
right?
Unless it's actually crashing into the palm tree. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if you're excited for this or if you're skeptical. I mean, do you think that this kind of Kong would fit in a Godzilla storyline? Also, check out the link to the original video down below in the description. Also, don't forget to check out our various other endeavors. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Signing out for the Renegades, this is Nate.
Micah.
And we will see you all later. Peace out.